Alrighty, so this is DC We the People News. Okay, this video is without prejudice and or without recourse, alright? I'm reserving all my rights. What rights I do have, anyway. Alright, so I'm not an attorney. I'm not going to give legal advice. So any opinions I say is not legal advice. So do not take it such, people. Alright, if you need legal advice, well, go find your attorney, I guess. Never look straight forward. Always look around you to be able to protect yourself by any means necessary. Okay? Period. Y'all. Quit playing these stupid games with them. Alright? Look on the outside the box, not inside the box, because you just put yourself in prison. Alright? Alright, so this James Freeman, alright, and he did his magic on this video. So therefore, thank you, James. Alright, so look him up to go through the whole deal here, because I'm just going to take snippets of it, and it's probably going to be a couple of videos for me, because I don't have all these magic powers. Okay, so and I can't ping his deal, so look him up that way. Alright, the next is involved in this is firm. Okay, capital F dot capital I dot capital R dot capital M dot audits, capital A U D I T S. All right, check him out. Okay, I just subscribed to him because the first time I heard about him. All right, and the other one is Midwest, all lowercase, the accountability. Okay, capital A. Accountability. Okay, the rest is going to be in small. Alright, so we got that out of the way, and thank all three of y'all for producing all this and out there helping protecting our rights. By the way, y'all, I'm just sitting in my house doing these offside walls and you know, doing my research and this, that, here and there. Hopefully I get a chance and go back out there and actually start cop watching again. Even though I only done it a couple of times. By the time I did that, then everything went to, well, situations change, right? We're going to go ahead and start this, but I'm going to start it, and then I'm going to pause it because it's pretty instant what I'm going to be talking about, unfortunately.
4 counties in Missouri, including Howell, Oregon, Shannon, and Carter counties. Missouri Supreme Court Rule 16.04G says that you can't use devices capable of media coverage in the courtroom or the court clerk's office.
Alright, let's start with that, because you guys already know pretty much due process, Constitution, all that, way I stand, okay? Now sit and think about this. In the Constitution, we have a right to know what our judges are doing behind the closed doors. That's the reason why it's open court. It's open to the public, people. All right? And these recording things is just a magical powers to give themselves hidden authority. All right? Which they do not have, constitutionally speaking. Right? When they say you cannot record something, regardless of all this magic words right here, that is a gag order. And gag orders, in all actuality, in the Supreme Courts and a bunch of other courts cases, right? Gag orders has been found to be unconstitutional, people. Let me repeat that. Gag orders are unconstitutional. But, tell me anywhere in the Constitution that this judge can say you cannot record when it's open to the public, and then you can record to the public. If they can record and get permission to record, then that means, constitutionally speaking, they can record. If you can't record, that means, constitutionally speaking, you cannot record, but you cannot have both. That's in conflict. That's conflict of interest against one another, just that by itself. All right? And it's a gag order. So that's another thing that's unconstitutional, by the way. All right, let's go.
Unless specifically authorized. But Judge Stephen Prevet, who appears to have gotten his bar license from a Cracker Jack box, has taken it upon himself to extend this order beyond his courtroom to the entire courthouse. He then verbally extends the order to any public place where the courthouse can be seen from. He then starts ordering men who do not think for themselves, and therefore are willing to carry out the work of evil men, to start arresting people for recording from the public sidewalks and dragging them into his court.
This could get interesting setting at any time. Here we go.
What's up, guys?
Main guy.
Alright. Main guy. Okay. These three right here. Alright. You elect the sheriff to protect you. You don't elect them to protect the county. You don't elect them to protect the court. You elect them to protect you. Now, somehow or another, the sheriff decided to sign some kind of contract of conflict of interest against you, which makes him a non-constitutional sheriff, by the way, because he contracted out against you. Okay? Now, these three guys right here, all right, constitutionally speaking, they are in that courtroom to keep the peace. Okay? However, since they're bosses as the sheriff, their job is to keep these people safe. That is the main job. This right here is not their main job. The main job is these people right here. Constitutionally speaking. Alright? However, they go in there and they keep the peace. Now, if you get out of control, then they can do something about it on the judge's orders. However, if the judge is not acting in good faith and he's been an unconstitutional judge, then you are allowed, let me repeat that, people, because we are not taught this. We absolutely are not taught this. We are allowed to demand these guys right here to keep the peace in our courts, the people's courts, to arrest that judge and the attorneys. Well, how is that possible? Why and how? Great question, y'all. It's called we don't have a king. All right, we have no one that's above you. In fact, again, consent from the governed, right? We're the governed. We are the people. We are the bosses. Employee to us, not to them. Okay? Now, it's not our fault they sold us out. Okay? And that judge is our employee. So him, all the way up to the Supreme Court, thinking they can do these magical powers and give all these authorities to themselves, number one, is unconstitutional, and trickery of words to make us led to believe that it's true and correct over their false narrative. Now, that being said, all this, number one job is these people right here. The main guy.
We're all individuals. All of us, probably.
We can hear you.
Yeah, we're good. First off, name and badge number.
Written 1278. So,
What's your name and badge number?
Clark 244. Thank you. What was it? Okay.
okay. So there is a judge order in place that does say that you are now allowed to video or audio record anybody entering or leaving the premises of the courthouse.
From public? We
anyone-
can't record from public?
There is a judge's order, like I just said.
He doesn't control the sidewalk.
Yeah.
Right.
Now, understand this judge's orders thing, okay? Again, we've been misled to believe, right? Which still revolves around the due process, right? The judge can give orders, but they must, in fact, be in a court, all right? To have such orders placed, there must be some type of consent. There must be some type of process before anything else. There's got to be some type of jurisdiction the judge must have order to give an order. All right? If that's the case, then that judge is allowed to give an order 6 miles from this courthouse. But the reason why he can't do it is because he has no jurisdiction. Just like he has no jurisdiction over this public property. All right? So you must give him jurisdiction to be ordered. There must be some type of consent or contract with the courts to do so. Until then, it's a violation of your constitutional rights and lack of due process, y'all. Like I said earlier before, right? What they are in fact doing right now is a gag order, and it has been deemed unconstitutional. So they can use all these magical words. Gag orders is still unconstitutional. All right? Trick real words.
He can control inside the building, but he can put that, and that's an illegal order. So
No, it's not.
Yes, it is.
it is. We've
We
looked it
looked
up.
at the statute.
We've looked it up.
Especially with the juvenile division court going on.
Doesn't matter. Anybody.
Now, the guy actually sit there and kind of argue with these guys. All right? I probably would have just, oh, are you making a legal determination? Yes or no? Because that's in fact what he did. He made a legal determination. And we, the people, are allowed to make legal determinations on our behalf, by the way. Okay? They are not allowed to make legal determinations. So when he sits there and says, oh, no, it's not. They just made a legal determination. Just saying.
Be in public
Anything we can see
is
in
subject to
public.
recordings.
Right. So,
What happened to the Constitution?
Yeah.
There's a problem. We can go over there to that sidewalk and record anything we can see. This,
would you guys care to do that?
Huh?
Would you guys care to do that?
Why? This is the same.
Yeah, it's the same thing. That's what we're saying is.
It's the same thing.
The judge has no jurisdiction outside of a courtroom.
Right. But
That is unconstitutional.
So
You swore an oath to the Constitution.
You gonna let me talk or?
I don't know. Are you going to say anything that's worth listening to? We want to hear you defending and upholding the oath to the Constitution.
I don't have a
Not the judges.
We don't have a problem with
Just
good
'cause he's a
officers.
judge
What we have a
doesn't
problem
mean he
with
creates a
is
law.
oath breakers, tyrants, people that are supporting these unconstitutional orders. That's what we have a problem with.
Show me. Behind you. Car.
Oh, you got
So, I mean, if you guys are willing to honor your oath,
We are.
Yeah,
The
we're
judge
just willing to
has
stand here. I mean, we're not
decided
trying to go in the
order
building.
Right now,
presiding order for in the courtroom,
anyone entering or exiting.
it's unconstitutional, guys.
There's no way. And we do this all across the country.
Do you?
Yeah, seriously.
This is unconstitutional. And you guys
That's-
are enforcing that, and you're going to be complicit in that too.
He didn't pass the law.
Right.
Who holds your
it's-
bond?
So here's the thing. If
In
the
this
judge-
day and age, right?
So if the judge decides to have you in front of him for contempt of court, you can.
All right. Read that right there, y'all. This is what they consider, right? But nobody's getting down to the due process of contempt of court, right? To take, okay, contempt of court. Now, is that civil or criminal? Because that does not define whether it's civil or criminal, right? Civil, I accept your offer. $5,000 per minute while I'm in your custody. Criminal, sign an affidavit, give it to another judge to get jurisdiction, because that judge in there holds you in contempt. That is judge, jury, and executioner, and he cannot do that. Now, that being said, that right there is in conflict of the due process. Just saying.
You want to go in front of him and plead your case today?
To plead his case today, right? There is no case. There's no jurisdiction. Okay?
They're not even in the
what?
courtroom.
Contempt of
He
court?
contempt of court.
Yeah.
Right.
They're not in the courtroom.
But
so
but
the
the judge's
contempt
order
of court
says anyone
the
entering or
contempt
exiting
of
and I'm sure you filmed it already. The order.
Yeah, there's no law that backs that up though.
Right.
Just because the
Yeah,
judge issued
1604
something.
or subparagraph G has nothing to do with outside the courtroom. If you read it, it just says
Entering or
courtrooms
exiting
and
as
circuit
well.
clerk.
No, 1406 says nothing about entering and exiting courthouse.
Okay.
But that's what we're trying to argue is the fact is that he's trying to use that law to create something that he is not allowed to do.
Okay. So
Because he
He can do it inside there.
His 3 courthouses that he has
Is the only one that does it. He's the only judge that does
other
this.
than these other counties around here that he's not part of.
right.
So I mean, I guess
Contempt of court is in the courtroom, not outside in
Yeah.
public.
No, you can be held in contempt of
How's this
court
guy?
outside the courtroom.
You don't have no recording in.
Again, we're going to go back into what? This officer just made a legal determination. He does not have the authority to make such a legal determination. All right? Just saying. Cannot do it.
His jurisdiction.
Well, we got him on video saying that we could come over to his county and record all we want, and that's fine. So what's the problem with
Except in
one
the
county
courtroom.
over, an adjacent county, and he's a presiding official?
Right. So is this one. So it's up to different judges.
No, that's not how the Constitution
No.
works.
Yeah, you
I mean, that right there just by itself. All right? Just unbelievably ignorant. Okay? And again, he argued that case. He is making a legal determination. That is not true and cannot do it. In fact, the only judge that can do it is, what do they call that judge? Jeez, I can't remember what it's called. But he's the high judge. Maybe I'll catch it a little bit later on. But the high part of the judge can make, unconstitutionally, but can make certain deals. Okay?
can't do that.
That
I'm over here dealing with the presiding judge of this courthouse right here is asking us for you guys.
Asking, not demanding.
It's already put an order into place.
That's
Cheers to the 36th Annual Grape Fest at Texas Wine
I
Experience,
know.
presented by Bank of the West.
I know.
September 15th.
Put an order into place.
that's not a lawful
That's
they're going in.
in the courtroom.
Yeah, in the courthouse,
And,
in adjacent.
They're going in to see if the judge wants us in front of him, guys.
Of that law.
We don't want to go to the courtroom.
There's
come out here and talk
there's
to
no
us.
law underneath that way, bro.
This ain't a courtroom.
There's nothing on that one.
It's
Now, the
not
first
a law.
one that he has over it all
If, he,
says
if him and the sheriff want to
1604.d.
come out and talk to
And
us,
he
fine.
tries to state a paragraph. That's fine. Right? Yeah.
Please leave.
What's going to happen if we don't?
Yeah,
What?
that's what I don't
So
understand. We're in
what
public.
is the difference if I'm standing here and if I'm over there with a telephotic lens? So what,
The Constitution on it.
Come out here with all fours on.
and what is the course of action if we don't?
We will go and talk to the judge about that.
So nobody wants to honor their oath today? That's what I thought.
We all rule follow.
There you go, people. So, on that behalf, we're going to stop right there because now they're going to talk to the judge. Now, again, everything these officers are trying to do is in conflict of interest against you. All right, because now they're going to go in there. They're going to have a meetings of the minds and talk to the judge behind people's backs. Okay? That's conspiring. That's what it is. That's Title 18 U.S.C. 241. All right, if they're coming out with the rest of them and all that kind of stuff, 18 U.S.C. 242. Okay? Just saying. I think we're going to be done with this one. I might have a couple more, maybe at least one more. Okay. So this is Diesel We the People News. Till next time. Bye, y'all. Always remember, think outside the box. Quit following that straight line. That's what these officers are doing right here. They're following a straight line. And they're not doing their own research. They're not studying what their authority actually is. Bye, y'all.